Hello again, everyone. Hopefully we are back. I don't know what happened. I don't know when it stopped. Somebody let me know. Refresh my computer. I don't know what happened. My internet went boop. Technical difficulties, don't you know? All right. So I don't know where we stopped, but I was just reading along. I put this piece down and put this piece down. And then this piece, if you didn't see it, I used my liquid glue and I put it on the card base itself so that way I could hold this little 1/4 inch piece and not get glue all over my fingers. This is here because I just pushed it down and kind of held it, but you can always stack a block on it to let it adhere, okay? Till it gets glued down. All right, moving on. What are we doing now? We stamped our title, and they say to use 3D foam tape for our title. So let's pull out a little bit of that. Now here's the other trick. If you run out of foam tape, just put some cardstock strips and build it up. Just build it up evenly, and there you go. Same thing. I'll put that there. Other thing I like to do is I don't like the big squares. So I will cut it in half using my scissors that don't stick. And let's cut that piece in half. That there. Make sure I'm on camera. I don't know what happened before. Okay, so there we go. We got that, and we have these two little bits. Let's see, 3D tape. Okay, slide them under the title. All right, so these are going to go underneath the title. And sometimes what I'll do is I like to put a little bit on top and figure out how far I want these. They're not sticking out very much, and they're kind of kitty-cornered. So they're kind of like, and again, you notice I'm using my straight edge. Good. And then I'm going to put some adhesive on there. Hopefully this won't be in the way. Note to self, put your other pieces on first before you put your foam tape. All right, let's put that one up there. That one's going to kind of be like so. So we'll glue that down. Yay. And then well, no, I'll leave it. What I would do is if I hadn't put this foam tape on first is I like to sandwich in between with my foam tape to hold those down. Those little pieces of paper. They're not that big, so they don't need a lot. All right. If you have no nails and it's hard for you to get these pieces of backing off, you can always pull out your trusty dusty tool and pick it off. Some people poke it and lift it. That works too. That's always good. All right. Now we will put this, and does it say where it needs to go? No. Just put it where you want it, and I am looking at the instructions, and I can see it's about 1 letter length, which my letters are going the opposite. I should turn that piece around. Too late now. But you can also look over here, and it's 2 stripes up, and that is the stripes that I have. So if I coordinate with that, it's going to be right about there, okay? And now we have some pretty little butterflies to put on. And I'm going to pull out my 3D dots. This is just an old, close to my heart, magnetic. I love it. You can put it on, just a tape dispenser roll. That'll work too. So I like to look at my cut pieces, and see which one I like better. I like this one. So I'm going to put a couple glue dots on. Doesn't take a lot. And I'm going to position that one up there. And this one is kind of needs a smaller one. Here's my smaller ones. These are the itty bitties. The other thing you'll notice is that I have a ribbon tied on here. That just holds this from not unraveling like this one's going to do. The other thing I like to do, and look at that, that's all on that other side of the tape. It's supposed to be on this side. So I'm just going to fold that over so I kind of know where the tape is. And I don't know if you can see those. They're like super itty bitty. They just fit onto there. Super nice. So I'm going to put a couple of those on. Probably only need one, but you know, let's put a couple. Now, this is hard to handle, so I am going to, again, put it onto my sticky tool, my piercing tool, and I'm going to put one there, and then I'm going to take the other one, again, a couple more. Sorry if this is boring. And it also helps you to see, you know, where you're at. If I had my fingers in the way, I couldn't see where it was. Again, I like to straighten out my stuff. And there we go. Number one is done. What do you think? Let's pick up some tools here. So there's number one. Now we're moving on to number two. And I will just stack those up there. All right, number two. Take my sticky note off. Get all my pieces out. All right, so again, this one was, oh, I need that little thin strip. I had a little extra piece. Where did I put it? I had a little extra piece and I got rid of it, but I need it for this one. So, sorry. So I need to cut a piece of this, about 1/8 of an inch. Hold on 1 second. Or 1/4 of an inch, sorry. 1/4 of an inch. And it is about the length of the blue piece of cardstock, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll just cut this at 5. And there we go. And then, didn't realize that there's a white piece on there. Oh, no, perfect. That's 1/4 of an inch. It looks like it's a little bit bigger, so it's probably 3/8 of an inch. 1/4 plus an 1/8. It's about, oops, right there. Yeah, gone. Hold still. Sorry. Just hit the camera with my, or the light with my glasses of all things. Okay, and we said that was 5. I'm not perfect. I miss stuff. Okay, there we go. Let's see how good I did. See if it even fits on there. Yes, it does. Just ever so barely. Okay. So obviously we need to sponge these. Again, I'm going to put these two together. Gives me a little bit stronger surface to sponge with. Also get some on both of them actually. I'm definitely not perfect. Some more ink. Huh. And I'm going to get my fingers inky. Try not to. I'm moving my thumb to help hold right where I am inking. Okay. So, will somebody say something funny? Okay. There we go. Did I get all this? Yes. All right. Enough of that. All right. So, looks like we need to put these two together. So, now I can show you. This piece is a little bit bigger. So, I'm just going to run a line of glue. And probably half off camera. Let's pull that up. I'm going to hold this and position this where I want it. Hopefully I can see where it's going. Went a little bit over, but that's okay. We'll just trim it off. Okay. And we'll hit it with the, there we go. All right, back in business. All right, so got to put this onto here. Looks like it's just centered. Where'd my adhesive go? Okay, so when you're just centering the card, you could use the grid, but I like to just kind of look at this side, and this side, whatever I can see, and make it even. Again, I'm just going to hold it. And there we go. All right. So then we're going to take these pieces, and I better read in case I missed something. Dovetail. Oh, okay. How I dovetailed this. I dovetailed the white one, then I sponged the blue ink, and I put this one on top, and then I just went to the corners and cut it so that way it would be fairly even. Okay, so that's how I did that. These are, I believe, in order. There we go. So when I cut them, I stacked them up so that way they would be in order. And let's see what we need to do. We dovetailed, we sponged. And we need to put these pieces on. Oh, she's so cute. But that's okay, we're not using her today, or him. So I usually just set these pieces onto here to kind of get a line, and they're just gonna, it's easier if you're touching the part that's not moving, or that's not sticky. And the other thing that helps is to use this. This is, okay, that's not gonna work. Boy, see, the struggle is real for me too. All right, there's one. There's two. And three. So now I can put this one down. I do want my card to be kind of straight. So I'm just going to barely set that down in case I have to move it. And I'm lining up the bottom and the top. See, I needed to move that over just a smidge. So just a tiny bit crooked. So I am not seating these down at all because inevitably a square like this with three, you're going to have to do a little finagling, a little moving them around. So So that's what we're going to do. All right. And then, before I put them all the way down, I'm going to get up and look. That looks good. I like that. All right. Just, you know, give yourself another perspective. All right. So this one, let's put some adhesive on. And this is going to go, let's see, stripe piece is 1 inch from the bottom base at the bottom of the card. So 4 squares is 1 inch. And do they mean here or here? 4 inches up. So we're going to go here. Again, I'm just barely touching it down. Oops, till I get it where I want. 1 inch. Oh my goodness. See, the struggle is real for me too. You're all probably having a good laugh today. Okay, there we go. All right, and then this one is 3/4 from the bottom of the card. It doesn't look like it's, yes, it does say 3D foam tape it. So let me show you. I am just going to take a piece of this. And I'm going to cut it about the length. So I'm showing you if you didn't have ran out of foam tape, right? So you can just basically glue all these together and stack them on there. Let's do a couple more. Just depends on the height that you want. Okay. So then the hard part is, it's not hard, it's just stacking them up. 1 there. 1 there. There. I think that's high enough because it's going to go there. Let's add 1 more. That gives us some good height. Okay, glue that down. And then if you wanted, you could put your foam tape and get it even higher. So it says 3/4 from the bottom, which is 3 squares. 1, 2, 3. About there, which I like but don't like because I didn't put it fully. So I am going to move it up a little. Should have watched where I put that. I'm going to put that there. All right, next, a butterfly. Let's add some adhesive to our butterfly. A glue dot. And that little butterfly. Oh, look at that, right on the end of the string. I like it. Number 2. Okay, hopefully you're not bored with me. Let's go on to number 3. What have we got on this one? Oh, lots of fun parts. Okay. Let's turn my paper over. Number 3. All right, so this is going to get us some interesting stuff. We sponged with limeade on all the pieces. Stamped best wishes. Okay. Okay, so we put the jade cardstock on our card first. And this is completely on the card. So again, I'm going to line up my point, and ta-da. All right, now this piece is going to be a little angled. So it says to start at the top right on an angle to the top left at 3/8 from the top of the card. All right, 3/8. That's 1 square plus a half a square. So here's another little trick for you. if you look, this is almost lined up with the point, and this is about 1/4 of an inch and definitely a little longer, right? Everybody can see that? So this, see how this is almost lined up with the point? So we can do that on here. Line the point up, pull it off like so, and then it mimics that one. And I might just come back a little bit. So I am going to glue my adhesive on these 3 sides first. And then I'm going to do that. All right, now we can come back in here, put some adhesive on. So on the back, again, we're going to go to our bigger scissors because it just makes life a little easier. You can either close the card or open the card. I like to open the card to just cut off that excess. Now you've got to be careful not to cut your card. Okay? All right. So, got, oops, that on there. Now it says, and this one. Okay. So this one, again, I'm going to line up my card. I'm a September baby. I'm just going to tell you now. All right. And we are going to adhere this 1.5 inches up from the bottom left and 2 1/4 along the right side. So I'm going to put some adhesive on here. I'm going to line up 1 1.5, so that's that much. And that's going to go there. And then this side is going to go to 2 1/4, which is 2 sets of squares, 8, 9, right there. And then we just cut off those extra pieces. Now, because I sponged it, you could take it and just add a little bit more. I would open this one up. Okay, we're done. So there we go. We made an interesting card this time. All right, and now it says add the honey butter circle. On the card is shown with 3D tape for the top. So let's add some 3D tape onto this one. One more piece, please. Wow, I feel like I'm really silly today. All right. So we'll take those off. Get rid of that and put it onto here. And then it goes on the card base. Again, I like to line it up, line up my words. Just kind of eyeball it. And then we're going to put our pretties on. So we've got one up there. And these are really tiny. Let's see. These are perfect ones for using our stickies. There's one right there. And so here's another trick for you. You can see that this is kind of like right there. Follow your plaid, count stuff. You know, you can count layers and whatnot. So there's the next card. Card number 3. Card number 4. see what we got in this one. Come out. Okay, card number 4. Lots of pieces again. All right, now, I already did that, cut that, so that's why I did that one. This one, it says to cut 3 of the cardstock circles in half, but you don't really want to do that, so just cut out some extras, okay? And you can see that I was holding these. I didn't sponge all of them. I just sponged a little more than halfway around, okay? So you have to, if you do that, make sure that you watch out what you're doing. All right, when you put them together. So we have this piece that's going to go on here. And it is, make sure you can see where I'm doing. It is top to bottom, so I am looking to split the difference. There we go. And then, all right, sponge with glacier. We got our sentiment done. Flamingo cardstock on the base, which is the whole card. Again, the corner to the corner, and there we go. And I always do on the folded, so if I have to, I can trim off the other side. All right, now, before we put this on, let's figure out where this goes. Adhere glacier cardstock to the center card base. Note, do not adhesive along the right side. That's this piece. So that way you can stick it in. Okay, and let's see. I am just going to see how much we have. Okay, so 1/2 inch on each side. That's good because it's a 1-inch circle. So I want to, and see how this is just a little bit long? I don't like that. So I am going to trim that off. Just bugs me. Again, that September baby, a little bit of blue. Okay. All right. So I am going to put, first of all, figure out which side you want up. And I'm only going to put adhesive on that side. And I know I want a 1/2 inch in. So I am going to put it 1/2 inch in. That's stuck down. Now I'm going to take all my circles and turn them over. Put some adhesive on them. And figure out where that white is. And they're lined up. Okay, so here's something else, just my preference. This one is like just a 1/4. So I'm going to start this one a little off the edge, so this one's off the edge, so it looks a little more even. Okay, so again, I'm going to, let's see, turn it around this way. I am going to, off the page, but it needs to be within the pink. And put that down. Next one is going to go underneath. It's going to go right up to it. Boom. And this one, same thing. Need to move it over, which it's stuck down. Should have used this. Oh, this is difficult. I don't like it. I like it to be easy. There we go. Oh my goodness. Okay. You know what? I should just take that off. I'm going to take that off. I'll show you something else. Okay, I'm going to take that off. This will be easier. Let's move it up where you can see. All right. So this is going to be a whole lot easier. Don't you agree? All right, now we'll cut off my scissors. Cut off that little bit. And this little bit. Okay. All right. There we go. Much easier. Now I can just put adhesive on both sides and put that down. Again, I know I need a 1/2 inch for each side. And there we are. Much easier. Now, I'm not saying that you can't cut a circle in half. I would probably put it on your paper trimmer. You can do it like this, but if you put it on your paper trimmer, and you could glue this down, you put it right in the middle. This helps hold it down, and boom. And look, it didn't even do a 1/2 circle, but a little bit more is good. So there you go. Stuff just doesn't work out all the time. All right, so now we've got to do a little bit of pen work on here, and we probably should put this on first. So let's see what we've got. 3D foam for the white circle. And so if we're going to put this down, and you can see and this has just got a little bit of the Y off the page. Keep it straight. A little bit more adhesive under there. All right, so now let's see, we've got to put this on as well. Let's put us a little flower on. And it is going to be right up over here. And I am making sure that, because there's a hole in there, I don't want to do it to where it's halfway. Let me show you. These are all just little, see how it would look funny if it was halfway? So I made sure that the whole circle was covered. See the difference? Just looks funky. All right. So now we are supposed to draw on here. Panic. All right, we're just going from point A to point B. And then a longer stretch. And you can stop. Just don't put it down super hard. Okay. And I would probably put my squiggles over where I did that. So we are just going to do little tiny squiggles like so, and make them a little bit bigger. Little squiggles, little squiggles. Close it up. There we go. And that's all you have to do for that. Let me show you a little bigger. So we have a 1/2 line. We are just basically doing that. Okay? That's all I did. The more you do, the better you will feel and more comfortable. Now, this was supposed to be 3D foam taped. Piece left over. I don't know, I feel like when I cut it in half, it just feels like it's going farther, right? Okay. And you see, I just save it, put it on there for next time. All right. So this one looks like it's going to be pretty far down to the bottom. Again, if you start out straight with your card base, it looks like it's just to that edge. I'm going to put it right there, okay? And then we have two more little babies. So where is my baby stuff? Baby flower again. Sorry, I can. All right. So that one's going to go there. This one's going to go up a little higher. There we go. Always rip that off so I know where my end is. And there is card 4. One more to go. All right, card 5. And this one kind of threw me for a loop. Let's see. I was looking at it when I was sponging and stuff. And so this is an extra one that we're going to see what happens. So I forgot to cut a piece, which was this piece, okay? Oh my goodness, darn circles again. All right, so this fits on here better, but we'll have to see. Then this piece hangs over just a smidge. But this is the first one I put it on. So I think it depends on, I'm gonna wait on that part because see how I've got a little bit of extra here, which looks kind of nice. So it's not so snug on this one. Either one would work, but we're gonna leave that to the end. Okay, card base. Where's my card base? There's my card base. So we are going to put the blue down. On the fold. Let's see. Make sure you get your clouds going the right way. That looks upside down to me, so that looks like the right way. Again, the point on the fold, and done. All right, so there's that piece. Now, we've already sponged everything. Stamp Make a Rainbow, horizontal and glacier ink, did that. Here, the cloud base paper, did that. Okay. White cardstock on the left-hand side, leaving a 1/4 inch top and bottom, which is this one. Quarter of an inch, that's 1 square, top and bottom. What about the sides? Looks like about even. Quarter. This piece not, okay. So I don't know if that's the right piece, so I'm gonna go back to card 5 on the white pieces. Card 5. Card 5 is 2 3/4 by 3 3/4 and 2 by 3 1/2. And our paper says large white cardstock. So maybe that was supposed to be this one. Oh, look at that. Nope. That's the same size. I'm not sure, so let's cut another one. 2 3/4 by 3 3/4 white cardstock. See, I'm not perfect. 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. Okay, so that's the size they suggest, which does fit better. Okay, a little bit of blue. Sorry about that. So get our blue on there. All right, and I can show you a little bit more. Oops, stuck my finger in it. All right, so this needs to go 1/4 and 1/4. So I don't know which one I'm going to use for that. 1/4 and 1/4. Okay, here's my paper. There we go. 1/4 top and bottom, it says. So 1/4, 1/4, top and bottom, and I'm doing, so 1/4 top, 1/4 bottom, and I did 1/4 on the side. All right, now, what does it say to put on? Okay. Glacier cardstock and stamp the title. Okay, we don't know what we're using. Now we're going to put this strip up from the bottom of the card 1/2 inch. Hold on. Adhere the strip up from the bottom of the card, adhering each 1/2 inch piece of white daisy scallop to the border. All right, so let's see. Let's line these up on our grid paper. Sorry. All right, I'm gonna line these up. How many do we need? Looks like we need a couple more. There again, I'm making sure that the blue is on the right side where it's going to show. All right, like so. So adhesive on our 1/2 inch strip. And all right. Whoa, that's not good. I didn't have adhesive all the way. Oops, duh, right? That was almost perfect. Almost perfect, but not quite. Okay. I wasn't paying attention. Okay. I'm just going to kind of hold it there, stick that under. Move this one down just a smidge. Again, we're just lining it up, line it up. And line it up. All right. Now we've got it on there. All right. So now, again, this just helps me to stay a little bit straighter. And actually, I can trim that off when we get done with the card. That's no biggie. All right. So this, we are going to put, so we sandwiched it in between. We're going to put on our card 1/2 inch. Adhere the strip 7/8 from the bottom of the card. 7/8. That's 1/2 inch plus 1/2 of a half. 1/2 inch, 1/2 of a square. So right there, and it's like 1.5 up. Okay, so that goes down there. Turn it over, trim off our circles. All right, there we go. Now, to figure out this, which is not that piece. This one. Or this one. All right, so this is gonna go, where's this go? This can go wherever we like it to go. Looks like it's, so because it doesn't give me a measurement, I'm looking at here, 1, 2, 3, about 4 stripes. And 1, 2, 3, about 4 stripes. It's gonna put it right about there. Put this on there, like so, okay? So, put this one down. We're not gonna use that one. Out where we want it. And I'm just centering this one around the edges, like so. Oh, I lost a baby. There it is. Okay, so before I put those on, a little bit of pen work. So I find it easier to add my dots first because I can keep them nice and straight. And then I'm going to draw down and down. And then this one's just same thing. Okay, so on doing pencil work, you either draw more smoothly this way or more smoothly this way. And all you have to do is put a line up and down and figure it out. My pen's not moving, my arm is not moving. I'm sliding my hand down. Okay. That keeps you a whole lot straighter. And I'm making sure that I can see where I'm going. Okay. A little bit of practice and you can do this too. Like so. All right. Last but not least, let's put on our pretties. Little flowers. And I want it to be on here. This might be a little bit big. Let's see. Only 2 sizes that would work, so put that one there. And this one right in there. I think I should, careful, those glue dots are very sticky. And they will most likely rip your paper, so don't do as I did. Put 2 on. All right, there we go. There's that one. That's 5. How long has our video been playing? Doesn't say. Hey, Nicole, thanks for watching. All right, if you want, we'll do one more, and this one I haven't prepped, so let's make this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Who's up next? See what we got in this one. All right, so we've got this piece, and this is another one of those over the edge cards. That's cute because it leaves him. If you wanted to do both, you could do it this way. It's totally up to you. Don't know where my white piece is. And my zips, which I didn't cut off. All right, so these other 3 cards, these last 3 cards, this one and these 2, I will make as bonus cards, and I will give you a picture of them. They're pretty much, this is still that, you know, slide it off the edge. We've already done this. This is just a zip strip. You know how to sponge. This one, again, we're just kitty wampusing them, stacking them over. Read the instructions. Pretty easy. I've already showed you how to do that. I showed you how to do that. Same thing with this one. Just make your pennants. I've showed you how to line them up here so you can get them about the same. The rule of pennants is the thicker or smaller the distance. If it's a short distance top and bottom, then you don't go in too far unless you really want a long pennant. So normally I would go probably about 1/4 inch, which is about like that, okay? Because if you go too far in, you get a really funky one. Like this. So it just depends on the look that you're going for. So if it's thicker, you can go in a little further. If it's thinner, then I usually don't go in too far, okay? And sorry about that break in the video. Don't know what happened. Again, thank you as always for shopping with me. Keeps me going and bringing you stuff. So I will finish these up quick and I will take pictures, and I hope you have a great weekend and come and see me again next Friday. Bye guys. And I'd love to see if you do these cards. I'd love to see them. Maybe next week I will take these cards and do something different with them. I'll add to them. This is just a jumping off point, and you can build upon that what you want. Let's do my traditional, get rid of that one. Which one so far is your favorite? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So of these, which is your favorite? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thank you so much, guys. Have a great day. Hey, Stacy. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon. Bye.